just come around. Lady, have no fear, I'm right here. Won't you come around? Our love will come around. Lady, the more I give, the more you want it. Baby, I try to make you happy. Maybe I don't say I love you like I used to. Please never doubt that I love you and I mean what I say. I'm right here, don't you come around. Just come around. Baby, have no fear. I'm right here, don't you come around. Our love will come around.
What is SUT? Simply United Together is a catalyst for positive social change and community empowerment. We support a diversified idealism that promotes community sustainability, human relations, and civic empowerment. SUT Global was founded in May 2011 by Dr. James Jones Sr., who is a native of Youngstown, Ohio. He is the founder and chairman of SUT Global, which originated on Facebook. We are a grassroots, international community service organization that has seen a phenomenal growth since its inception. Our headquarters are in Atlanta, Georgia. We currently have over 350 chapters, 52 divisions, and represented in 49 of the 50 states. Additionally, SUT is represented internationally in 44 countries, such as Africa, Mexico, Canada, Europe, Middle East, Asia, South America, Australia, and the Caribbean. With its consistent growth of members and an eye on even broader horizons, SUT Global wants to take its mission plus message to the next level. These entities will allow the members to interact with each other on a more personal level while giving back to our local communities across the world. SUT recently won the Steve Harvey Neighborhood Award for Best Community Leader. Other numerous community outreach awards in 2015. Dr. Jones also helped create the newly united platform of Community Compilation, a group of organizations across the country coming together serving a huge purpose as one. Our founder and chairman, Dr. James Jones Sr. believes that being a blessing to someone else is the most important thing that a human being can do. Different people, same purpose, Simply United. With the over 50 initiatives that Simply United Together has, it's very easy for you to get in where you fit in and make a difference today.
Welcome back. And you're tuned in to the second half of the Man Cave Show. You've made it through the first hour successfully. Sometimes we get a little wild and crazy on this side, but Thursdays is the more serious side, and we're here having topics on Thursdays. It's Topic Thursday, y'all, and I got a good one for you all tonight. And I actually have two. So we got two topics that I think is definitely interesting. So we're going to get into that in a few minutes. So I mentioned on last week that what I was trying to do was I wanted to speak on success and failures and etc. And I kind of like waited to this time now, to graduation time. I have some guests lined up, but I'm going to do that part on a different show. But I'm going to get into the meat and potatoes of the show, of the actual meaning and the actual reasoning behind it, and etc. Just the bread and butter and the meat and potatoes of success and failures, and where does all stem from. So, me, I'm an avid researcher, and when I came across the idea of the show, I came across this actual clip, and when I came across this clip, I was like, to me, I felt like it was God sent, because it made so much sense. And I've been talking about it, but I want to let you hear it from the horse's mouth. This is with MC Hammer, and how he explains the success and failures that he went through his career, and the reason why. And this is literally he says out of his mouth, this is the first time he ever spoke on it. This was a few months ago. Now, this was 15 plus years ago when it happened. He's at the peak of his career, and etc. So I felt like this was the best message as we get into this two-part topic. The first part, and some people are going to see this being backwards, but no, I'm preparing you all, because it's based upon for the graduate, etc. What happens is you don't get explained success and failures. When you go into college, they push you and say, you need to do this, you need to go to college, get a great education, do this and that, blah, 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 get a job and this and that, and you're on your way to this American dream, and God bless you. Because the other part of this topic tonight is going to be college selection, but not just specific schools. There's been a big rivalry for what's better, HBCUs or PWIs. And PWIs are predominantly white institutes. And some people have some very, very interesting opinions on this. And I'm going to get into both. But first, I want to give you the up and down side at once. I'm going to call it the Jaeger bomb. Have it up and have it down at the same time. Because you need to know, as a graduate, as somebody, or even if you're not a graduate, or if you have a graduate in your household, this is the time where you need to hear this story and how this intertwines together. Because the one thing that college doesn't teach you is survival as a course, but it does as a lesson learned. So I'm gonna start with it's about a 5-minute clip from the brother Hammer, MC Hammer. Now, if you don't know who MC Hammer is, for all you young people that don't know that are listening, you all have smartphones. You're not going to read anyway, so go ahead and Google it. But most of y'all, majority of y'all, now, and the reason I say that, and I'm funny and I'm being serious at the same time, because you may have heard the story of Hammer, but not the career and how much of he was a trendsetter. Now, I'm not speaking as a fan. I'm speaking as, like, I was a Hammer fan. I had the tape, everything. I had a pair of them big ass pants. I just didn't have the high top fade and the glasses the gazelles he had. But, you know, Hammer was a trendsetter. And when I heard that this man that's done so much and made so much and he just failed, I was like, damn, wow. So definitely take heed to this story, and I'm gonna get into this clip real quick, and then we'll get right into the subject. After this clip, the phone lines will be open. The phone lines, the number for tonight is 404 404-641-9606. Once again, 404-641-9606. Phone lines will be open after the clip goes off. I'm going to open the phone lines and call in. Don't call in now. Call in afterwards. When I repeat again that the phone lines will be open. So let's get into this real quick, y'all.
I'm not ever concerned about generating money, but
I don't even know how to ask this, but you seem like you're a great businessman. You have a great head on your shoulders. So what happened? What happened behind the music where we all saw like, holy shit, Hammer was on top of the world, lost it all, and now obviously has brought it right back up.
Well,
but what happened in that time where like you were losing your way?
Loyalty. Because there were two chain of thoughts for me. One is that it's not like you don't really know. It wasn't no secret. Like, everybody knew that I had 200 employees. It wasn't no secret. So what you think? I was paying them in the hamburgers. So you know somebody was paying that payroll, and it wasn't falling. So I was doing that. So if you wanted to now say the story is MC Hammer just pissed his money off when you knew that I was employing 200 people from my community, it said more about you than it did about me. So I didn't go on the radio to defend that. Because if you every now and then somebody would say, after the sensational part of it, they said, he took care of a lot of people. But anyway, we're going right next to the next commercial. So I said, wow, this is very interesting to me. So if a guy that in the middle of the crack era, when everybody was dying, machine guns everywhere, decided he wanted to try to pull some guys out of that, if his fate is to be the guy who we're going to introduce for the next 14 years is, hey, we're going to talk about MC Hammer next, how he pissed off 30 million. Man, that's what you get for trying to contribute to the community. But the guy who might be known for exploiting, and of course, we got our man right now with the hottest record in the world coming on next. He says every in the country needs to drop down now and suck here. Coming up next, our hero. I said, I need to let them do that. And I'm going somewhere else for a while, because that fight I'm not fighting. That's a personal fight. That's your perspective on life, the world, and how you see things. I can't fight that. You got to have what you want. Some people love this. Some people love that.
Never heard your perspective on that whole thing. You only heard other people's
never did.
Story, yeah.
I never did. For the first time.
Nobody. This is the first time on our stupid show.
Yeah. I'm saying I never did it because I didn't need to.
Did people take advantage of you? People take advantage of your loyalty, your good nature?
They didn't take advantage of me, because even if as you hear me speak, and not to pat myself on the back, but you can see I'm a pretty smart guy. Yeah. So it's not like you was doing a shell game in front of me and I'm picking the wrong P or something. 3-card Molly.
I just mean with 200 people, it's a little easier to hide stuff with that many people.
It's a different.
There's a loyalty, but I also think
it's not loyalty in this case per se.
But you're also on a really high level, so when that level started to drop a little bit, it made it tougher to take care of all these people.
We just talk about revenue generation. It's not real complicated. Are you making enough money to sustain the business? It's not, it's not that. So, but from my perspective, it was loyalty, but I just wanted to do loyalty with the interpretation of it. We were dying. This is the real thing. It's not fake. Go and look at the murder rate in my city at the time. My city became very famous for being in the top 3 in homicides. That's where I live. That's where I grew up my entire life. I didn't grow up somewhere else. Some of the people that were dying were my classmates, my neighbors. So when I had the Hammer thing, I would literally call home. I'd be on the road. I'd call home and somebody say, hey, what John doing? What you mean what John doing? John dead. I said, what you mean John is dead? I just talked to him 2 weeks ago. He said, yeah, John dead and Sam killed him. I thought Sam lived 2 houses down from John killed him. Over what? Well, blah, 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 blah. So I said, well, let me speak to Sam then. Hey, Sam, man, check this out, man. Why? Well, I said, why don't you come out here on the road with me, man? I can give you $30,000 a year. I can't give you what you're making on the block. But, man, I can't have you keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you killing the very cats we grew up with. Well, 10 turned to 20, 20 turned to 30. I'm cool with that. I was cool with that because the amount of money that I was generating was worth the lives to me. Now, in retrospect, for the sake of story, I always say, Hammer, if you had it to do it all over again, wouldn't you? Come on, Hammer, just say you kept some of that money. I say, yeah, if I had to do all over again, I would absolutely, put some of that money in the bank and all that. But the real truth is, not in exchange for the lives that lived.
Wow.
I would